So nutrition response testing has some very, I guess the word is proprietary ways of testing the body that are very specific to nutrition response testing practitioners. We handle something called blocked regulation. So when a patient comes in, an example of somebody who has blocked regulation or a barrier. So if we just simplify it, we're just going to call it a barrier. Well, guess what a barrier is? A barrier is you can't get through a barrier. So with health, we want to get through the barriers. So when a person comes in with nutrition response testing, we're able to identify specific blocked regulation or specific barriers, what's preventing the person from getting well. So I'll give an example of what that patient looks like. For example, a patient might come in and they have significant sleep problems. They're not sleeping well, they haven't slept well for years. Right away, I know they have something called blocked regulation. There's something not functioning well. And they might say, well, I'm taking melatonin, I'm taking magnesium, I'm taking all these different sleep aids, and I'm still not sleeping. And I'm like, right there, that is an example of someone that has blocked regulation. Those good natural supplements, so melatonin typically will help somebody sleep, or magnesium is very calming, so that person can usually helps calm them down to help sleep at night. They're taking those products, they're not working, they're not sleeping. So that tells me they're most likely have blocked regulation. So my goal when they come in, let's figure out what the barriers are. What's preventing the body, the brain from communicating to the body properly. And that's ultimately what it is. I would say it's like there's a dam. It's just you can't get the nutrients through the dam. So we got to figure out what the dam is or what the barrier is. The barrier can be a food sensitivity. It could be an immune challenge, like a virus or a bacteria or a parasite or a yeast. It could be mold. It could be heavy metals, chemicals. It could be a scar on the body, believe it or not. Or it could be there's a new barrier, basically they're post-pandemic, post-COVID pandemic barriers that have shown up since COVID has been around. Those also show up. So if we can identify what the barriers to this person's healing is, all of a sudden we've opened the door and the body can all of a sudden start to use those nutrients and they'll start seeing improvements and start to get well. So, and that, like I said, that's proprietary to nutrition response testing practitioners to get people well. Clear those barriers up and they'll see great results.